Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Designs. I'm back today with some of our goodies from our trip to New England, and I wanted to share with you some things that we picked up that many of you asked me questions like, how do I do this on the cheap? Well, I'm going to show you on how you journal and scrapbook on the cheap. So, I have a stack of goodies that we got that I promised you I would come back and show, and then I have a stack of things that we picked up. So, as you know, I took a journal for myself, my husband, and my daughter. I pre-cut all the paper, had tons of, option stickers, everything. I divvied everything up. And one of the nights when we were in Kennebunkport, we literally put them all together. We haven't completely journaled. I haven't journaled at all. I don't think they have. We haven't printed the pictures, but we literally went through up to that point's worth of souvenirs. So this is for the last couple of days. So I wanted to share with you. So if you want to, save your ticket, I folded this under for privacy for one of my family members. But this was the boarding pass, so we saved the boarding passes. I saved all the tickets with the luggage tags, all of that. These are great things to put in your journals, your scrapbooks, anything like that. So that's fun. And oh, the reason I saved the TSA thing, I want to tell you, we went through the worst, and I think I've shared it with y'all, the worst check, security, TSA, NSA, or whatever they call it. Anyways, section where you go through and you're getting scanned to get on the plane, and it was in Providence, Rhode Island. And I mean, we have flown a lot, and that was probably the worst. So my sister and her husband just came back, and they went with some friends, and literally they went through the same thing up in the Northeast that we went through. Not local. We didn't have that problem. And don't get me wrong, they check you and check you and check you in Texas, but it was just different. It was just different. And we both kind of laughed about it. So we know it wasn't personal. It was definitely something that I don't know if it's heightened security. I don't really know why, but we went through it. So I grabbed this. I saved this. I wanted to have this because that was a huge memory. When we were leaving, we almost missed our plane home. I mean, we were the last 3 people to get on, and because I was walking with a cane, it took me forever. I did not get a cart. Nobody drove me to the gate. Nothing. I mean, it was really bad. And so, anyways, but we got on the plane, like I said, last 3 people, but that was a huge memory. I mean, we're going to laugh about it one day. Maybe not yet, but soon. And so I wanted to make sure I had that. So, all right. Now, the last day we were there, we went and drove around Newport, Rhode Island, and we went to a lot of the mansions. So, if you, like us, you go through a mansion or you go through a sightseeing thing, and you're just like, oh, I'm so sick of taking pictures, or, oh, I just want to hear and look and enjoy. May I make a suggestion? I am married to a gentleman who believes that we need to take a picture of everything. So we don't take 1 camera, we don't take 2 cameras, we usually have 3 cameras. And then I combine all the pictures, I sort through them, I weed out, I do all of that. And yes, it's a lot of work. So one of your other options is pick up brochures. And in this one, it's all the mansions, though we only went to 1. We did drive outside a lot of the mansions. And you can literally cut out the pictures and put them in your journals, in your scrapbooks, whatever that you have. Do not make it hard. I mean, and to be quite frank, I'm never going to get a picture of that quality. I mean, I enjoy photography a lot, but I am not necessarily going to get that good of a picture. And it's free. How's that? It's free. So, and we have seen most of the mansions there, not all of them. But we have seen most of them. And so for me, this is more like I will put it in my journal and keep it whole. It's about the size of my TN. And the reason why is that I will enjoy looking at all the pictures because we've been to most of these. So, but if you're wanting something specific, then just cut it out. It's okay. I promise you, it's okay. And if you want to, here's another option. Pick up 2. 1 you cut out, 1 you keep whole. There you go. That's what they're there for, my friend. They're for people to go to these exhibits, and to be honest, you pay quite a hefty fee to go in, and so it's okay if you want to do that. There you go. Another thing is we pick up as many of these beautiful freebie, you know, things to go see and do in the areas that we go to. Number one, it says right there, it's free. And number two, I can just cut, when we're there, we can go through it and get ideas for things we might want to go see, things we might want to go do. But the other reason is this is gorgeous. I mean, it wasn't this beautiful while we were there, but we've seen it that way. So, I mean, seriously, and I think this is the Newport Bridge, I think, or the bridge near Newport. I'm not sure. But, and I, you know, literally have not looked through this yet. Oh, it says, hey, Rhody, so this is Rhode Island. So, yeah, this is probably the bridge we went over. But I do want to say, these are gorgeous things. We can cut these out. We can put them in our scrapbooks. We were on that bridge, if this is the bridge I'm thinking it is. So, these are great free items as well. Or just stick in the back if you have a big scrapbook. Or just put it on your shelf if you want to reference it for future trips or memories. Whatever you want to do. And I even know some people that take these and they either gesso or they cover these and they make a journal out of these. How smart is that? And these pages are thin, so I would definitely like glue, well, sorry about that, glue 2 or 3 together. But seriously, these are the kind of things that you can pick up for free. You can make your own scrapbook out of these. You can do whatever. You can cut these apart. You can use these. You can do whatever you would like with these. That's the blessing. So always, 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 always stop at the little, you know, section where you can get these. And hotels have them. And this is another one. So this one is for Rhode Island. And this is the 2019 official Southern Rhode Island Vacation Guide. So this is great too. All right, another thing to pick up are the lobbies always have newspapers they're giving away. So USA Today, you know, what if you just picked it out for that right there? I mean, you may read this paper, you may use this paper to wrap things up on the trip home. That's an idea too. When you pick up souvenirs and you don't want them to get broken in your luggage, wrap them really, really good. Wrap them in between your clothing. Do all of that. But in the meantime, when you bring it home, oh, don't just throw it away. You can cut out the dates. You can put that in your journals, in your scrapbooks. You can do all kinds of things with these. So there's that option. And we really picked that up for. Okay, because there was multiples of us, I picked up extras of everything. Now, okay, so another thing to do when you are at those places, pick up things like this. So we found places to go to without even talking to anybody. Like we found this, let's see, okay, we found Pineland Farms on a left turn by accident kind of thing. We saw a sign, we pulled over, and we will go back. We so enjoyed it. And I mean, I'm very tempted. Their prices are reasonable. I may order these for Christmas this year for gifts. We have work associates. We have, you know, family, friends that maybe we're not in the same town that I would love to send a little something to this year, because there were some people that were so supportive and so kind to us when our parents died. This is my year. I've created the thank you notes on the Walgreens app or website. In the collage cards, I created a thank you note, picture of my parents, the information, and thanking them from all 3 of our families, my 2 siblings and our family. And then there are some that were the most selfless family members and friends, genuinely selfless, that I would want to send them something extra. And because we loved this so much, it makes sense. Then afterwards, I'll either just put this in my journal. Again, it's the size of my journal. Or I will cut it apart and put the most important things there. So that's another thing you pick up when you're out and about are business cards. Business cards are perfect for a journal. You can put them in. You can contact people. You can do, it tells you web addresses, everything. Grab business cards. Grab flyers. You know, make use of the things that are there. Okay, another thing that we did was in Kenneport, Maine, we stopped at Wendy Webster Good Fine Art. So this is one of the shops, and I'm going to share with you what we bought, but I absolutely loved this shop. If this is the one I'm thinking, yes, I think this is the one I'm thinking it is. So I take these and I cut off the bottom, unless I just want the receipt, but I just cut off the bottom of it, or I accordion fold it and I put it in my journal or my scrapbook. I always save the top of receipts. Number 1, you get the date. Number 2, you get the store. Number 3, you get the address and phone number and website. That is fantastic to save, because you can refer somebody else. You have somebody, a family member or friend, who's going to go up there, and you're going to like shoot a quick copy of that on your phone, text it to them, email it to them, and then you'll say, hey, when you're there, I really like this shop. You might enjoy it. Or if you're going to be up further north, this is a really off the beaten path kind of place. You might really enjoy this. You know, that kind of a thing. This is another thing. So we highly recommend the Main Diner. We love the Main Diner. They gave me a recipe because it wasn't in the book that I already owned, the cookbook, and so she went in the back and took a copy of the recipe for me. I mean, how sweet is that? So this is from their store next door to the diner that it became so popular they opened up a little like Main Diner gift shop. And in the diners, I think it's probably the same size as the store. They're very small, but they do a ton. They are packed any time of the day. Their food is that great. So I picked this up, and there are things that things that they feature in their restaurant. It gives you a little bit of that, and I would add this in like a tip in if I were going to put this in. And you would have this, and this is also, here's the crafter in me. Things like this are great to pick up and gesso and play with art-wise. So I won't do that with this, but I do that with a lot of other things I receive in the mail or people hand me and I don't want to waste it. That's what I do. But this is gorgeous, and I highly recommend this restaurant. They have something called lobster pie. Crazy. It's crazy. I had one bite. It was just too rich, but very good. And then we had I did go off the vegetarian vegan. I did have lobster and I did have clam chowder. I haven't had any since then, but we ate so sporadically. We ate like really one meal a day. So something like this, I needed protein fast, and so that's what I did. I did take my powder and I put in my coffee and that kind of a thing, though I was really not doing a lot of coffee because of my stomach. So things like this, I planned for ahead before we went on the trip. I knew my husband had said, you cannot go to Maine and not get lobster. You cannot go to Maine and not get chowder. And, we did. So, but I grabbed this and I brought this home. This is perfect for your scrapbook, because if we had just been there one time, I would be glad to have that. I also picked up things at different hotels we stayed. And then here's another one. Okay, we'll open that up in a minute. Goodness gracious. Lastly, we went to the Legal Seafood restaurant that we love. And look at this phenomenal. This is I believe, no, I think this came from the Main Diner. I think these are the placemats. No, it was Legal Seafood. Legal Seafood. So I picked this up because it gives you the history of Legal Seafood, and we have been there throughout periods of time in history. So I just quickly picked up the table, the little placemat, and I folded it neatly and I put it in my stack. And my husband and daughter did the exact same thing because, to me, these are great to go in scrapbooks. They're fun. It gives you the history, all of that. The other thing was, I asked our waiter. They had given us, our ice waters, and they give it to you on a napkin. And I said, I know this sounds really weird, but could we possibly get an extra napkin each to put in our scrapbook? He came back and handed me a stack. A stack, I tell you. So we each have one of their darling little, just so you can see, it's so cute. If you're in the New England area, go eat at Legal Seafood. It's good. Here was another Newport freebie I picked up. Okay, let me see what else I have in here. Everything was shoved in here at the end. This was the last day. So whatever we picked up, we just threw in here. So we picked up all of the fun little maps of the areas wherever we were. So this was Newport, so we have one for each person. There's 3 of them. Those are great. It also tells you things to go see and do that maybe you wouldn't, maybe you wouldn't know about it. Those are great things to pick up and use. Okay, this is going to go over there, so I'll wait on that. We picked up, more of the local papers that come out. We had wanted to go to this museum. I picked it up, and you know what? That's going to be in our to-do file. So the next time we go to New England, I will have a file. I will pop this in it, in my filing cabinet, and I will pull this up, and the next time we go to New England, I will have that there. And of all the things that I've shown you, if there's something like Pineland or something else I want to make sure that we go back to, I will put that on like a index card or something and throw that in there, because I'm going to actually use that particular flyer. But this is something we didn't go to. We'd like to go to next time. My husband loves, vintage cars, and, and they're fun. They're fun to go to. So here's another one of those. So I had 2 of them, one to cut, one to keep. All right. And, okay, here was this. I picked it up for everybody because we really thought we were going to go do that. Okay, so here was a Newport free newspaper. Again, these are great. I mean, they are just great because you've got the date, you've got, what's going on, you've got, I mean, it's just fun. It's just fun to see what's going on there locally. So, okay, so there's that. And then one more, last guide. Was there anything else in here? One more car museum. See, we really thought we were going. And of course, now there's the third one. Okay. Maybe I only picked up 3 of these. I can't remember. One for each of us. But, okay, so this was the last day. Now, I have the stack of some things that we purchased. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I'm going to come back with a part 2 for this particular part. If you guys are interested in me showing you my travel journal, I will not show my families. I have not put pictures in yet, but I will be glad to show you how I put together things in my journal. I'd like to wait until I get the rest of all of that stuff in it right there. And then I'll add pictures after I show you guys. But if you guys are interested in how I put together my travel journal when I travel, I'll be glad to show you. It's really not that hard to do, but I know that, some people, it's like, where do I get started? I watch my daughter and my husband go through it. I don't know how to get started. So I will be glad to share that with you. Okay, I'm going to let you go. Come on back. I will show you some of the amazing finds that we found in New England. And just goodies that we found and brought back home. All right, my friends, I pray your day is blessed, creative, and lovely. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel to grow. It helps me to understand better what you guys like. If you are not subscribed, we'd love to have you. This channel is all about encouragement, and we would love to encourage you. And hit that notification bell if you do subscribe, or if you're already subscribed and you haven't hit that notification bell, it just tells you every time a new video comes up. Leave a comment, email me at josephinesdesigns.com@gmail.com, and or share this video if it would encourage somebody else. Okay, my dear sweet friends, I pray your day is blessed, creative, and so very lovely. Come on back and I will show you one more video of things that we found in New England. All right, guys. I love you guys. I'll be talking to you soon. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.